Yes, ladies and gentlemen, stopping already. It's 1801 at 2403 2023. Yes, it's that time again where we have amazing guests on the show. It's a Friday. It's a wonderful time. It's a wonderful day. The weather is amazing. It's Ramadan as well. A lot of people are observing Ramadan out there again. It's that time of the year. So excited as well. And we have an amazing guest on the show today as well. I'm so excited to have her on the show as well. And she's a very busy person as well, but she made time to come on the show today to have a conversation with us on here on WNR Radio. Hello, Mona. How are you? Welcome to WNR Radio.
Hi there, I'm fine. How are you?
I am super excited. I am super duper excited to have you on the show, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, before I actually even ask any questions, I need to introduce her to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is the amazing Mona Tajarbi. I hope I pronounced that name correctly as well.
Yeah,
She is.
yeah, it's correct.
Thank you. She's an amazing person to start off as well. She's won loads of awards. She won the Best Social Media Network Award, Superpower Award, Woman of Substance Award, the She Awards, Emirati Women Award as well, and also the She Awards in Ladies in Business. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited to have her on the show today. She is super amazing. Mona, welcome again to Double Nine Radio. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. I'm sure my listeners are wondering, Double Nine is so excited. He's so excited to have Mona on the show. But if anyone was to ask you, Mona, who is Mona Tajabi? I mean, what would you say?
I'm a simple person, honestly. When someone talks with me as a celebrity, I don't like it at all because I feel I'm a normal person. I started from zero as everyone who's starting to have a business, to have a communication with the people. See, I started my social media networking like 6 years back in
Wow, yeah.
2016, maybe 17. And my purpose to be a social media influencer is not to deal with the brands only. It was because I would like to communicate with various kind of people to understand what they want us
Yes.
as an influencer to show them.
Amazing.
Nowadays influencers what they are doing exactly, just collaborating with the brands and like doing advertisements for brands. But my purpose is kind of little different.
Amazing. Amazing. I love that. You're very grounded, isn't it? Very grounded, simple. All you want to do is just bring the great brands and speak to people as well and have that positive impact in their lives as well. I think that's quite amazing. I mean, you mentioned that you've been, being a social media influencer for over 6 years now, or 6 or 7 years. I mean, that's quite a long time, isn't it? I mean, what was that journey like? How did it all start?
Wallah, it starts in a very like different and weird way. Actually, I was sitting with my family and I was traveling at that time to I think to Malaysia.
Okay.
Or no, I think to Singapore. So when I was taking some pictures and telling people about my review or like review of the place, they were
Yes.
so excited and they liked the way that I'm presenting. That was my family and friends.
Amazing.
So at the time, I said, okay, I am from Ras Al Khaimah, basically from UAE, Ras Al Khaimah. And normally in Ras Al Khaimah, we don't have social media influencers female at that time.
Yes.
So why not take the opportunity and to be first female who can review and post the things that suit the environment and the society in Ras Al Khaimah. So I started with maybe 100, 150 followers only at that time, and I was so happy.
Wow.
Like I have 100 people following me,
Yeah.
and they are my friends, they are my family. But later on, it started to get serious more because it's a responsibility when you have more followers. Yeah, you are in a position that you have more responsibilities. So I did the best to review my things according to my point of view, and I think people liked it
Amazing.
so far.
Amazing. Yeah, I would say so because your followers have increased. Your followers has increased a significant amount of number as well, which is quite amazing. Which is means that you're doing something positive. But one thing I just like to touch on as well. You mentioned there that you started out, with friends and family, and about 100 followers, and 6 years ago, and now you're about your million followers now. I think
Yes.
you've actually made a great impact. Also because you also mentioned that you were the first female to actually start a vlog or blogging or doing some influencing thing on the social media scene within Ras Kahama. I mean, I love that name. I'm always been struggling to pronounce it properly.
That's it.
But I mean, I think that's amazing. But I mean,
Yeah.
did you have any form of fear in actually trying to start this off as being the first female, who is doing this? Because I'm sure there are a lot of females listening out there who want to do something for the first time and have this, should I say, anxiety or like this imposter syndrome and think, can I do it? How did you break that?
Okay, obviously, when you start something, there are some ups and downs, and there are people who will create problems to you because they don't like the way that you are out in the market, for example. For me, when I started, of course, I can't say that they are enemies, but they are people who maybe they like themselves more than others, so they don't give the opportunity to others to come out.
Mm,
So as female, I faced many things, and it was from the females as well. I got a push, honestly, the positive push. I got it from the males more than females.
amazing.
Uh, yeah, to be honest, until today, I'm saying that yes, sometimes behind every successful woman there is a woman sometimes, but
Yeah.
in cases there are men, some of the men like who really push women to do good things. So when I started, yeah, I faced many problems because I'm a not social media person. I don't have a degree of a social media.
Yeah.
I just came out in social media because it's my passion. I like to talk. I like to communicate. I like to learn as
Mm,
well. So it comes like that. So I didn't have the ability maybe for the reviews in a way that I can convince the people. I took many courses. I took many courses even to change my personality to let the people normally accept me as a social person. It's
amazing.
not like just you wake up and you go to the social and you say something. It's all about dedication.
Wow.
So I did many things. I changed many things in my personality. And when I started as a bachelor. I was not married at that time. It
Right.
was easier for me because the full focus was on the networking, social media, advertising, and gaining money, of course.
Yes.
But then what you have to do is the one thing only. I'm happy to say that to all the women out there who would like to be an influencer or any business in the future, just keep your ears closed from the negative people because
Amazing.
you will face it anyways. They
Amazing.
are everywhere.
Amazing.
But you have to be very, like, picky, very
Passionate,
dedicated.
isn't it?
Yeah, and you have to be positive from inside out.
Mm.
Because if you are positive, you cannot impact yourself and the people at the same time.
Yes, yes. I mean, you know what? You're talking. I'm getting inspired. I am getting inspired on how you manage to break these barriers as well. Because I can imagine, as the first, a lot of people
Mhm.
is going to say, "No, you can't do it." Oh my God, why are you doing that? There's going to be a lot of negativity. But I think it's amazing that you pulled yourself through, and you showcase yourself as someone who has a tenacity to break through any barriers is there as well. But I mean, now you're an influencer. You've been doing it for like 6 years now. You mentioned that you started off as a single individual. You have a wonderful family now as well. How is that?
Mhm.
How is that? I mean, how you're able to manage that as well. I also understand you have a full time job as well. How you're able to manage and stay on top of your game.
See, honestly, it's very interesting story. By the way, my husband, when he wanted to marry me, he doesn't know that I'm an influencer and I'm famous.
Oh, okay.
And it was so awkward for me to tell him because I'm working already in a government sector
Yeah.
and I have my own personality at that time. But after working hours, I'm someone different. So it took me maybe more than 6 months to tell him that I'm doing influencer side as well.
Wow.
And the A plus point was that he is very supportive and you rarely find someone who's really supporting a wife in this field. And especially like I'm from Ras Al Khaimah, he's from Sharjah, these two different cities. So they have two different mentalities. And when we get married, there were certain like rules from him. For example, like if you are out with me, you have to cover your face because we want to take our, time and this sort of stuff. And I respected this point, and I'm doing it till today. I completed 6 years now. I'm married. I have two daughters, and yes, my like the entire life has been changed uh, because you have a supportive husband. Otherwise, it's not supportive, and you will stay like still. You need someone who really push you out
Yeah,
because you will face like there are many phases, society phase, family phase, husband phase. As a mother, there is another phase. So if these all phases are not pushing you and supporting you, of course you will shut the business and sit at home as a housewife.
yes,
But if you someone who's really supporting you and really wants you to be in this field, that's a plus point.
it
And that's what
is.
I had.
It is. I couldn't agree with you more. And I must commend you for something, And I think a lot of people can
Yeah.
learn from how you just told this story. I mean, first of all, because a relationship is a give and take, isn't it? It's like, this is what I want, that's what you want. And your husband is very supportive because you're very supportive as well, because you listen to him. He said to you, this is what he wants. You didn't go,
Yeah.
oh no, I'm not going to do that. You guys came to a compromise and listen. I mean, most days now we call them, I don't know, do you call them modern women? They don't want to listen to the man. Anyway, we're not going to go into that, because if I go into that now, I'm going to have a lot of women calling me up later on and say, what are we trying to say? We should not be listening to only men, but we can listen to ourselves as well. But I mean, I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing as well. But as an influencer,
I
Mona, Scott, carry
like
on.
I feel that because see, the best thing in your life is to choose a partner who really understands you. It's not about love only. I don't believe in love like 100% because my marriage was arranged marriage, and I do love my husband because he really supports me, and that shows after marriage. And I feel like I'm not against the love because I do trust, and I'm 100% sure that love comes when there are situations happens after marriage shows that this guy is really good for you.
But you're quite right. It's not just about love. You have other things involved as well. But
Mhm.
again, I think it's amazing. I feel like inviting you back again to talk about this important topic we just touched on as well, because a lot of people need to learn. Because people would see Mona, the amazing Mona Tajarbi there, looking all fly, looking all amazing, and think, okay, she's not listening to anyone, she's not being guided, but she has someone supportive there, and because she is being supportive to her man as well. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's quite amazing. But I mean, as a social media influencer or as an influencer in general, what do you think is the most important thing about that status?
About the social media, you mean?
Yes, about being an influencer.
The best thing that you have to know is to be real, not fake.
Mm,
See, the world is full of fake people, honestly, and we want to get rid of this kind of fakeness. I feel like being people are misunderstanding the meaning of being fake and being nice to the people. They are mixing up these two things. Uh, Fakeness is when you are doing something in social media, but in your real life, it never impacts. It
mm,
never shows. But you are doing that because it's a social and hundreds of people are hearing you or hundreds of people are seeing you.
yes,
But um, being a social media influencer means that I'm influencing even teenagers, I'm influencing women,
correct.
I'm influencing maybe men, I'm influencing maybe old women who are like in 40 plus or 50 plus and they have experience more than me. So I have when I come to this platform I have to keep in my mind that I'm affecting and influencing many ages,
Mm,
so I have to be very careful. I have to be very picky while I'm using a language. I have
Yes.
to be very original because they will know. People are now, mashallah, they have the points, and they have the ability to see the people who are fake and who are real.
Mm,
And I
mm.
think that is the great thing because people, when they sit in COVID and they are not communicating with other people, the basic thing was at that time is social media. So at that time, the people maybe knew that who we have to follow and who we have to unfollow. So being an influencer is being a real person
Wow.
and nice with the people because if you are fake, you will it's up for time being only 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, maximum 5 years. You can be a fake. Then people will know.
Amazing. I mean, Mona, you're blowing my mind. You're blowing my mind this evening because you're being real. Talking to me because we see influencers making up things,
Hmm.
pretending to be something they're not, and staging things. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, they can't keep up because when people see them outside of influencing, they look different. They look a bit like it's not other. Do you know what I mean? It's always like a fake life, and I love it. It's so refreshing to hear from you to say, you know what, don't be fake. Just
Hmm.
live your life as normal and share your realness with the people. I think that's quite amazing. I mean, you talk about Ras Al Khaimah. Okay,
Okay, Ras Al Khaimah is a very beautiful place, and I'm sure that whoever comes to visit Ras Al Khaimah will love it. It's one of the seven cities in UAE, United Arab Emirates, and it came in a Guinness maybe more than 100 times, especially in the New Year evenings because we are making the fireworks and all this. And it is a capital for the tourists to come and enjoy the weather over here, the mountains and the sea as well, and the new Ras Al Khaimah and old Ras Al Khaimah. Because Ras Al Khaimah is a heritage place,
wow,
you can find many heritage things, many like traditions, and many like locals who are really old. They are staying in mountain places. So Ras Al Khaimah is a very beautiful place, and I hope people who come to Dubai because they see Dubai everywhere. But you have to come Ras Al Khaimah because it's away from Dubai only 1 hour 20 minutes or maybe 40 minutes. Depends on the traffic, and the people over here are really nice. It's not it's a very calm place. Like people who comes here, they really stay here and they buy here like house or like flat, and they stay here. They love the atmosphere, they love the traffic over here because it's so calm.
amazing, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it from her. She said, it's an amazing place. I need to visit as well. I can't wait to visit. It sounds like an amazing place, and I'm sure it is an amazing place because we're talking to one of the amazing top social media influencers there as well. I mean, at the start of the show, I spoke about some of the awards you received. I mean, you received quite a number of awards, which is quite amazing as well. Which just shows, I can't see any reason why you're not going to be getting more awards as well because you talk about being real. But out of all the awards you've got, I'm going to put you on the spot now. Which is the most favorite award you've received and why?
Honestly, my first award, it's my favorite. You know why? Because at that time, my first award was the She Award with Adeshola, if you
Okay,
know her. And Mr. Shola, I got the award at that time. This was my first ever award I have
amazing.
received internationally. Because at that time I was just thinking of local awards, and I got many local awards actually from Sheikh. But to communicate with other people and other nationalities, I have to step out from my comfort zone
Yes,
and to
yes,
communicate with them. If my English is, for example, different than their dialects, for example, but I have to communicate with them. I have to put myself in this situation to let people know that we have influencers in Ras Al Khaimah, plus to let people know the city more. Because
mm,
when you belong to Ras Al Khaimah, of course, they will come and visit. So my first award internationally was She Awards with Ladies in Business magazine, and I remember that I called Shola she's the owner of the magazine, and I told her that I'm social media influencer and I'm about to start my business, which is beauty line called Blink,
Amazing.
and I would like to start it from the She Awards. Like if I got this award, it would be really great for me.
Amazing.
She was very welcoming, honestly, and I liked that because normally for the awards you have to fight a little bit, and there are many things you have to present, many papers, many work, so that the people can be convinced on what you are doing.
Yes.
She said, send me your profile, send me your Instagram, and we will check which category we will put you.
Amazing.
And I went to this She Award at 2021 at that time, and I met many people from Zimbabwe, from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Dubai, from London, from everywhere. So it was really big communication hub for everyone to know each other. Plus, I was in the cover page of the magazine Ladies in Business magazine.
Wow.
This was in 2021. But
Yes.
I would like to tell you the journey that 2021 I was an awardee, a normal awardee going to take the award
Yes.
and to be happy and go home and sleep. But today in 2023, just imagine, just before 1 week, I got a golden coin with Ladies in Business magazine as being their president.
Amazing, amazing. This is mind blowing. This is mind blowing. It's lovely, isn't it? I mean, you talk about the Ladies in Business magazine as well, which you mentioned. Shola is part of that as well. I mean, you're now the
Yes,
president of that magazine. It just shows your impact when in the in meeting people and what you showcase for people to say, what, Mana can be identified with empowering people, with engaging people, with elevating people. I think that's quite amazing. But with the magazine, tell us about the magazine a bit. I mean, what's the mission and the focus for that the Ladies in Business magazine? I mean, it says the name. I mean, but why did they create that? Why does it exist?
okay. This magazine, when I started in 2021 to be an awardee and to be a part of it as a normal celebrity, to show myself more and to let people know me more, at that time, the purpose was to expand the communication with the people who are local and unlocal. Because in an international magazine, it's distributed everywhere in Africa, in Turkey, in US, and now in UAE. And people will say sometimes, like, yeah, it's just a magazine. Why I have to waste my time and money on magazine which is not that much famous? It's not about the famousness. It's about the ability of yourself to showcase in this kind of magazine and to let people know you more.
Mm,
Uh, See, from my point of view, as being an influencer, I say all the time, grab the opportunities.
yes,
Even if you have the opportunity, 2%, 1% in any situation, in any award, just go for it.
amazing.
Because later on, you will not blame yourself that you didn't step in, you didn't try that. The blame, the feeling of the blame is very awful,
Yes,
honestly.
yes, that regret,
So to
that regret.
get
Yes, isn't it?
rid, to get rid of this feeling, you have to try it. Even if you are lost or lose, it's fine. At least you try. So that's built your personality. Now, as being the president of Ladies in Business magazine, my point of view for this magazine is that the vision for this magazine is to expand the magazine in a local market more, in
Yeah.
the government more, to let people know each other more and to communicate and have a business as well.
Amazing, amazing. I mean, again, you're blowing my mind, Mona, this evening. I'm so excited to have you on the show this evening as well. I mean, you talk about the magazine that what you want to do now is expand more. Get people locally as well, and also internationally collaborating and working together as well. But I mean, why do you think it's so important to empower women now and for the future?
See, I'm not with women empowerment because women empowerment itself in other countries means that you have to be feminine 100%, and that's wrong.
Mm,
Women empowerment for me is to be feminine, but in a certain way that you can accept the society and accept yourself.
Amazing.
Why? Because I cannot go against the men, of course, because they are building us as well. Like in Islam also, and normally in other religions, the men are completing women and women are completing men.
Yes.
So I cannot delete the, or I cannot even like omit any like health or the job of the men, because
Yes.
there are certain seriously men can do it and we cannot do it. So when someone says that in women empowerment, I want them to understand that women empowerment means that you are building a personality that accepts and suits the society you are in. So for me, I feel like women
Amazing.
everywhere in all the world should be dedicated, and they should trust themselves, and they should never blame themselves against whatever happens in their life, because you see these are choices. The life is about choices,
It is. It is.
and you have to have a bad choice sometimes to win.
Mm. Amazing.
So when you have bad choice in your life, you are building your personality, because you will know that you did wrong. So you will not do it next time, and you will do the better.
Amazing. I mean, Bob, we definitely have to invite you back. We have to invite you back on the show on another topic
Mhm.
because I love the answers you're talking there. You mentioned as well that a woman completes a man and a man completes a woman. It's a very fundamental thing a lot of people miss in today's society. And I think it's lovely, from a social media influencer, is giving us this insight into what social media can be. And I think it's quite amazing as well. I mean, you briefly mentioned your brand Blink. I actually
Yes.
love the name. I love the name. I mean, tell us about what inspired the name and what is Blink.
Just imagine that this brand came up in COVID when I was pregnant with my second baby, and I was sitting at home. And in UAE at that time, there was a time that 8 o'clock you have to be at home
Yeah.
because it's locked, and it was Ramadan at that time. And I was sitting with my husband, and I'm saying to him, like, being an influencer, I'm losing my business because we cannot go out, we cannot do advertisements, and everyone who's buying now buying online,
Mm.
and that's so like I was so angry on myself. Like all this year, I'm doing influencing things and I'm having money, but I never spend that money on a business or myself.
Mm.
So it was a regret, like regretting myself for that. So, because I'm not a makeup person and I don't know how to do makeup, so it was a challenging because I wanted to do beauty line, which change your beauty in a simple way. For example, for women especially, if you are not wearing makeup but you are wearing lashes, that will change your beauty
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
So I said that because I don't love makeup that much, why not uh, I start with a simple beauty line that changed the beauty, but in a very like more like very hundred like one
Subtle.
percent,
Yes.
and it can be beautiful like with simple touches. So I started with my Blink. Blink. Why I chose this name? Why I didn't choose Muna, for example?
Mm.
Because Blink means that in a blink you can change everything,
Yes.
like in a positive way, for example.
Mm.
And in Blink, you can have many things. Like if you are negative, you can be positive in one second. So all depends on Blink. So Blink Beauty is a platform and it's a brand for every woman out there who thinks that she's not beautiful, but actually she's beautiful. I started with lashes, and I named that lashes with my daughter's name, Ghala Haya, Muna myself, and Tajarbi, which is my platform name.
Amazing.
And just imagine from the first time, it was sold out. And I
Wow.
never imagined that the people can buy it because it's a brand, just a local brand just started. And I'm not a makeup artist. I don't know how to choose, but I tried my best that my packaging and my uh, the product should be very like like really, really good.
Yes.
And that's it. I started with lashes, and it was in 2021. And now in 2023, I have maybe 10 products in my line. I
Wow.
have eyeliner, I have lashes, I have half lash, I have blusher, I have brushes, I have mask, skincare fully, like eye mask, face mask, lip mask, and I'm having now lip gloss line,
Amazing.
lipstick line, and I'm working on many things with others also to bring in my brand.
Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, watch out. Blink is coming to a place near you as well. I mean, it's such an inspiring story, isn't it? You know what I mean? It started off small, inspired by an idea, and think, you know what? I need to do something. And also, the name, Blink, everything changes within a blink of an eye as well. And also the subtleness in bringing the beauty of a woman out. I think that's quite amazing as well. So, I mean, Mana, tell us a fun fact about you that no one knows that we're just finding out live here on Double Nine Radio. A fun fact, because I'm sure Mana's a very fun person as well. But tell us a fun fact that no one knows.
Sorry, come again. I didn't hear you
Can you tell us a fun
well.
fact about yourself? Something fun about you that you do that no one knows. Something like you've never told anyone. It's fun facts.
Well, it's a very difficult question because normally whatever is okay, anything related to my family, for example, my daughters and my husband, it's kind of not showing 100% in my
Yes.
social life because my husband doesn't like it, and I respect that.
Okay.
And he doesn't like my daughter's face to be shown to
Of course.
everyone.
Yes.
Just to let them be in a safe side. Sometimes because when I'm outside and I'm with them, people are coming and taking some pictures and all this, and they get annoyed a little bit, because
Yes.
they are kids.
Of
They don't
course.
understand this kind of social.
Amazing.
And my daughter Ghala, she's almost 4 years old, and I can see my impact on her because sometimes when I'm doing advertisement at home on products,
Yes.
she's so picky, mashallah, and she is doing the same sometimes.
Amazing.
Like she's
Amazing.
taking the phone and she is doing makeup
Watch
and
out. Watch
like
out. She,
do,
watch out. She's gonna
doing
be
the
the
review.
the best influencer of the world. Watch out. She's taking over your
I
crown.
wish, I wish she could be, but my husband doesn't like that. Like he
Oh.
just wants them to be like very low profile. And yes, the only thing that I'm not sharing with my followers is my personal life, maybe
Amazing.
because I feel, and I'm really 100% sure about what I'm saying, that your personal life is your personal life.
Yes, I
You don't
agree.
have to share it to gain the followers and to gain the views from the people.
Amazing.
Yes, what is important, you have to tell them the highlights, but like they don't need to dig deeply on what's going on in your life.
Amazing. I couldn't agree more as well. So inspiring as well. I mean, any young female listen to you right now, or any aspiring entrepreneur listen to you and think to themselves, "I want to do something." Because you said, you know what, don't regret. What are you gonna say to them? Because your story about Blink, I think is amazing. Your story about how you got into social media influencing, it's amazing. What would you say to someone now listening to you and thinking that I want to be like Mona, I want to do something, I want to go into a business? What are you gonna say to them, Mona?
Wallah, there is one quote I always say in all my seminars and summits where I present as a speaker there. If you dream to fly with eagles, don't waste your time by swimming with ducks. This is
Wow.
all time I say it. Why? Because sometimes because we see that everyone is swimming and we are going to the same path. But why we have to choose the same path if we have already people on that platform? So you have to change the plan. Every time keep plans like A, B, C, D till Z. It's okay, but you have to keep the plan. Honestly, like I'm a mother, I'm a sister, I'm a daughter. I'm having government work, plus I'm having my own work, plus I'm having some, for example, events to attend, plus I have to do the advertisement. Women are always multitaskers.
Yes.
They know how to manage the things inside house and outside house. But what what you have to do is a plan. If you don't have a plan, like when I opened my business link, I had a plan to have at least 7 to 8 products per year, and I did. But I'm not good in selling, by the way. Well, how I'm selling the products. Sometimes I'm talking about them. Sometimes I'm doing tutorials. Sometimes I'm sending these packages and PR packages to my influencer friends. But I'm still not good in marketing, presenting marketing things and all this. But that never means if you don't have the purchases and you don't have any, like for example, people doesn't like your product, that you have to shut down your business and you have to sit and wait for the opportunity. Halas, you started it, you go with it. And I'm so proud of myself that I have this business, even if I don't have time to present it all the way like every time. But at least I have something.
Amazing,
You know,
amazing.
I never look.
Amazing. Mona, you've been so inspiring to me this evening as well. And I love that quote you said there. If you dream to fly with eagles, don't waste your time flying with ducks. I think it's just amazing. That should be your motto if you're listening to us this evening as well. Take that as one of your drive to achieve and fly and soar as an eagle. Why you waste your time flying with ducks where you can be with the eagles? Mona Tajarbi, it's been amazing having you on the show here on Dominar Radio. It's been such an inspiration having you on the show. But before we go, we have a question from one of our listeners who sent in the questions. I do apologize, the phone lines have been open. I was just so excited to have Mona with me this evening. It's 074 956 368 Although we're about to end the show, that's 074 956 368 So the question is from Stacy in London. Stacy's asking, how do you feel as the first female who broke the glass ceiling?
Sorry, what's the question?
How do you feel as the first woman who broke the glass ceiling? I think she's talking about the social media part. As the first person to start, social media influencing in I keep forgetting, Ras Al Khamar.
I didn't understand the question. Sorry.
Okay, she's
What
asking.
is it?
I think the question is saying, how do you feel as the first woman to started social media influencing in your city?
How do I feel?
Yes, how do you feel as the first woman?
Okay, how I feel that I have started the influencing part, like in the first female you meet.
Exactly, yes.
Okay, first of all, I was feeling very frustrated and very annoying, honestly, and very disappointed. You know why these three feelings came out? Because I had a passion to do, and people who are around me, the society, were not allowing me to show my abilities. And I'm so proud of myself that I have these three kind of feelings because when I mixed them up, I came up with really good personality. And I was like focusing on what I need. And I'm feeling so proud. Like you have to be proud of yourself. Even you are doing simple things for the people. Just having even one or two followers who's really following you and they do love you, it's a big, big thing for me, honestly.
Amazing. Amazing. I couldn't agree more as well. Okay, we have one more question as well. This is from Kemi. Kemi's asking, how have you managed the growing popularity as your followers grew? How did you manage that popularity?
The personality,
No, no, the popularity. The more followers you have,
popular.
the more popular you get. How did you manage that?
I love my followers. I love each of them who is following me, honestly, because they do like I can't say like it's all my work that I have did. It's their work as well because if they didn't follow me, I doesn't know that if I'm doing well or not.
Yeah, yeah.
And even I'm saying to the people, don't hate the people who are hating you because they give you an ability to understand that you are doing a good job.
Amazing. Anyway, Mona, it's been an amazing time having you on the show. You've inspired me, and I'm sure you've inspired loads of individuals listening to us this evening as well. I want to say a big thank you for taking time out out of your busy schedule as well, and also, you're observing the Ramadan as well. So Ramadan Kareem to you as well, and you and your family as well. I can't wait to invite you back here on Dominar Radio. I want to say a big thank you again for joining us here on the show. But before you go, do you have any message to our listeners out there who's thinking, you know what, maybe I want to follow her on Instagram, or maybe I want to purchase her brand. What would you say to them?
Mhm. Okay, for the following me, you can have my Instagram page, Muna underscore Tajarbi, and you can find my page because it's verified. And for Blink, already in my verified page, I have tags of my in my business, and you can go and purchase whatever you would like. And we are selling, like we are sending all the things, even outside of UAE, but it takes time. And there is one simple message for all the women and men as well, because we complete each other. Keep going and glowing.
Amazing. Keep going and glowing as well. And also, don't forget, she says, you know what? If you dream to fly with eagles, don't waste your time flying with dots as well. Mona, it's been amazing having you on the show this evening. I have had such a great time talking to you this evening as well. I can't wait to have you back as well on WNR
Thank,
Radio. I want to say a big thank you and have a wonderful evening.
thank you so much.
Thank you.